Well, hello everybody. Welcome or welcome back. This is going to be the Daily Dharma, which is a daily broadcast just looking into the collective vibrations for the higher vibrational resonance to our life and how it unfolds for us. So let's get right into the pre-messages. We have a few cards out in the mixed goddess deck. We have this woman, I can never say her name, Sabari. She is about the dawn of a new day, but I cannot help but recognize her as a youthful, very worn out and exhausted young lady who's been working for a long time, but who is still very, very early on their path. And so they've got all of this regalia on the crown area with the third eye pineal gemstone has a red gemstone, and this collar, it's something about, she represents the sun and the moon and the continuance, and what she obscures is this Nagpa number 16, talking about similarly the rise and fall, the effervescence of life itself, and moving beyond the confines of, well, this is what I've experienced, so this is what there is in the world, into, well, it's a new day, anything is possible, and I've already experienced A through S. Maybe it's time for T through U, I don't know. But Nagpa is about finding one's true resonance out in the world and being able to trust that your passions are leading you somewhere very physical, and that with every darkness becomes its own giving way point into the light. So it's like when the sun or the moon goes away, your eyes readjust and start to perceive in the darkness. And at the time of the new moon, which is today, at the time of this broadcast, well, early morning hours, it's very dark out, and then by the time of the full moon, it gets to be the full enlightenment around us, where even in the darkest of evenings, we can still see the shapes all around us. And so it's talking about making our home wherever we may find it, symbolically speaking. These two are covering Mantanji. She's the tantric queen of the outcasts, and she talks about how she has thrived outside of traditional, normal, expected behaviors and society, because there's something very neurodivergent about this goddess energy here. And so whether you are somebody who is literally on the spectrum in one way or another, or if you know someone who is, or if this is something very star seed elemental type transcendent thought forms, it's something very, very crown essence because of all of this energy here. And this one too, oh, below that is Chibayakchi. Very interesting. And that to me talks very much about the darkened goddess who didn't know her way and had to stumble through. Interesting. So the card that did pop out is Spin the Silken Thread Divine, number 30, and she's holding this little white rabbit, and she has this full moon behind her. And so it's talking very much about being able to wait through the cycle, to consolidate your resources and obligations at this time. Perhaps cutting cords and releasing something that's been troubling you for some time. And then we have Turquoise Lotus Mother So one who is very entwined with the mineral kingdom of the earth. And so it's very much about knowledge that you have already thrived outside of general society, and that you are your own sun and your own moon at this time. And yeah, so it's about believing yourself into the next phase of your belonging. And we've got a few flipping over in the deck: perception, coherence, and transition. Interesting. So this is very much about the things that we have been perceiving. We're starting to understand something new about what we're seeing, or getting the evidence of, working in tandem, surrendering to working with the universe in flow. Yes. Third eye chakra, grounding our intuitive thoughts into formation with the elemental of the gemstone crystals and so on, or something such as that. For many of you, there's a motherly energy that is coming through, perhaps the element of turquoise, but it's also color energy as well. Yes, we've got this beautiful loving compassion tantric journey, and 2 sacral chakra coming out, all 3 together. So this Buddhavari whatever card is also talking about the sun and the moon being one's own creative force. So whatever comes in, being able to decide how to appropriate the things that are coming in for us, and to cultivate something very intentional. And yeah, with that Nagpa, with that rooster on her crown, it's like being able to get the directives from spirit, from all of these various directions, to choose which one we want to embody, and to pass around the extra. For instance, divine feminine popping out. So being able to be one's own coherent source of loving ideology, to transition into this creative wheelhouse energy. Yes, to allow ourselves to take action with the universal flow state. Exactly. Reclaim your energy to move beyond the mind. Hi, Aya. New blueprints to the earth with the soul star chakra merging with the divine. New blueprints, and shine your light. Yes. Working in synergy, allowing ourselves to work in synergetic alignment, to take masculine energy, the alpha energy, and choice point everything that comes our way, and to not let things accumulate too much on the background. And so that when we look around, we're not like, oh, I'll get that later, I'll get that later. It's like, now, just do it now, because it only takes a minute, right? And so there's something about capitalizing on things as they come, and dividing and conquering, and allowing things to take shape by being in surrender to this flow state. Because the earth says nurture nature, merge with the divine to shine your light into these new blueprints for yourself. So this is what it's all about, folks. It's about nurturing the earth with the divine that is beyond us, through our ability to shine a light. And as we do so, it's like the emanation from us isn't the pulsing accusations and expectations of codependency. It's actually the broadcasting of the overflow state of our consciousness, our water, our divine feminine aspect is because we are receiving everything well enough, then we are able to overflow and serve those things in conjunction. Under the deck over here with the shamanic deck, we have the staff that was under the deck, and below that we have Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. So being the one that is the decider from an early age with this child card, and then there's a standstill behind that. So what is the standstill? To the owl, to the unpacking, unmarked trail, but there's a revelation upon the trail as we twist and turn through the earth, transmuting pain through fool's embrace. That's really quite beautiful. So we're learning how to take control without taking control, taking charge without taking control. Is that what it is? I think so, at 11:11 on the timer. So there we go. Safe and surrounded by love, keeping it in check. And look beyond the surface. That's gorgeous. So look beyond the surface says avoid becoming distracted by surface issues. Focus on the underlying motivation, cause, or the beauty in a situation. Seek ways to bring depth to your world. Safe and surrounded by love. That's beautiful. Keep your heart open and know that you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and to understand what is going on around you. And the keeping it in check. Pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing some important details. So look beyond the surface and look carefully for missing details and set yourself up well for whatever it is that you're indulging in. If you're signing a contract or whatever, see if you can't wait until after the Mercury retrograde phase if you're into that, but or leave yourself some outs in your contracts because it is Mercury retrograde. We've got 5 planets in retrograde at this new moon. Black Bear, Guardian, that's so beautiful. Mother Fierce did flip in the deck in the pre-shuffle again this morning, first and foremost. Gentle and wise protector, give me your confidence and your power. Help me to protect the ones I love. Awaken my intuition and guide me. So there may be something that you have been involved in, such as taking care of a separate enterprise, or like, for instance, balancing work and home, or balancing different friend groups or something like this. But it looks like you are somebody who, yes, lion, higher calling, somebody who's protecting something very sacred within another. It could be one of your children or a younger individual that you are mentoring up. It doesn't have to be an age-wise younger individual either, though. You have within you all the courage that you need to let go of the past and to reclaim your majesty. You will find success and contentment with those by your side. Make noble choices for your life and for your tribe. That is so beautiful. So it looks like there is a couple here and then a single parent over here. So it could be that you are working together with other individuals here, and that you're going to need to be careful when you're maneuvering between things, because you've got to look out for your people first and foremost. And that is always the way back into your higher calling, not to do things beyond yourself. So keep your endeavors in check, and yeah, pay attention to what's going on around you. You might be moving into something too quickly or missing out on some important details here. So look beyond the surface interactions there. So let's see. I think that we're gonna cut this one here and look back for our daily Dharma number 2, where we take a second layer on the cards for deeper dive into all of the issues that we've talked about today, and maybe even a few more. So we're doing these for free for a limited time, and very soon we're going to be opening a membership portal where we will be doing extended readings for all of our basic leads and reads, and extended for our zodiac specific, as well as some tutorials and workshops for individuals who are into that, and some meditation. We've got a couple meditations on the channel, 2 or 3. We'll have to make a playlist for that so they're easier to locate in the meantime. But if this is where we part, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit that bell if you don't want to miss one of our uploads. Take care.